What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm back in for another anime review. Today I'm going to be talking about My Hero Academia Season 3 Episode 18. So this episode is really the beginning of the second part of the trial, the provisional hero trial. So the team or the top 100 that made it to the second part of the, you can say that the trial, and what they need to do is they need to save or rescue people that needed help. So that's basically what their objective is. And another thing I thought I would find funny, but it was interesting that there were people out there, whereas pose as, or they do for the living, and they act as people who are injured in these training. I'm like, that's believable, that's true, because in real life we do have, when you go in military training or a firefighter training or firefight, like gunfight, they do have people who are acting like terrorists, and you have to go in and reenact this situation, hostage situation, or an infiltration, or extraction, that sort of thing. So to me, it's like, okay, you know what? It makes sense, and I really like that. I was like, you know what? There would be people of these people to fill up the roles, so that way these pro heroes or soon to be pro hero can really get the understanding of how to save people, really, that sort of thing. So what is the objective or the goal of this rescue trial is really, there's two parts of this objective. The first part is really how to, basically, like I said this again throughout this season, is really to assess the situation. And then in this particular, in the rescue situation, is really how to assess a certain individual who are, injured, and assessing their environment. So say they're under a collapsed building or a wall, that sort of thing. How do you save them, or how do you remove the obstacles and that sort of thing. And then also, I guess there's three parts, I would say. The second part would be really to clear the spot for the other pro heroes, or to clear a spot for the ambulance or the cops, or the other emergency personnel to come and really triage and really help these people who are injured, that sort of thing. So it's really search and rescue isn't just the rescuing part, it's really setting up a base, finding the people, returning the people, triaging the people, take care of the people, and that is part of it too. And that's what I saw about this episode, and I like that they really show that you really have to have understanding of these three parts, because a lot of time even I in the real world don't see that kind of training. It was interesting because in anime you get to see it, and it makes sense now when I think about it. In real life, you have to have a base of operation to for people who are injured, and heroes that go out and save. They have to think on their feet, how to overcome obstacles, or physical obstacle, I should say, that is put upon to the injured person. I thought that was really true to real life, and true to the the practice of being a hero in the anime. So I like that a lot. What else do I do? That they really have to, the team, I guess, the team class 1A and the other, that they really have to work together. That they have to sort of part from each other, because they have to spread out and they have to find the use in their quirk and their ability. I thought that was also interesting too, that you have to find ways that will work for you. For example, like the frog girl, she would have to go to a river or the ocean or the beach, because that will fit more of her attribute. You have Ochako, she's more she gravity, so she can really lift, make things light and that sort of thing. And then in addition, and then they bring it out to that at the end of this episode, where so they're rescuing people, but then also they're gonna be villain too. How do they combat the villain at the same time rescuing people? So that's a really, 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 really tough thing to do in anything, really. Even if you're trying to juggle two jobs, that's really tough. That's like, you're confronting with two fronts. So this, you're confronting with two main fronts, is rescuing people and then fighting the villain. How do you balance that? Do you save the people or do you fight the villain? And that's what we hope to get to see, how Class 1A or the other high school how would they progress. I would like to see that, because it is a really difficult task to do for any pro hero, really. And the reason they brought this up is because when the All Might versus All for One, that is exactly what happened. So they had to fight a villain, but then also save civilian. So that was really, really, really interesting. So I'd like to see what the outcome of that. And then besides that, I want to also talk about Oshiko's feeling. Her feeling for Deku. And how Kimio, she was waving at on Deku. The reason she was waving at Deku is because, Mineta and Kaminari was like, oh my god, you get to see a girl naked? And she was like, nah, it's not like that. And she was waving at her, and then she walked away. And Ochako was she was like, oh, I have this feeling, to me that feeling was she was jealous. And she was like, in a way, she like, that's like trying to like, hey, back off of him, that sort of kind of feeling that, Oshiko was saying. But then she was like, nah, I gotta, push aside that feeling, and I gotta be a pro hero and that sort of thing. So, and also in turn, you really had to deal with, relationship, especially in pro heroes, when you are almost a public figures, and your personal life isn't kind of hard to hide sometimes. So I kind of see why she's like, I gotta put this feeling down. I try not to, like him. Try not to have feeling for Deku, even though she admire him, like him, like being in his presence, and having another girl waving at him, make her kind of jealous, make her uncomfortable. And then I want to talk about Bakugo, and he's kind of funny. He see these two people, and he like, you guys can do it yourself. You're not. And then Bakugo, to me, it tells me that Bakugo is actually smart. He's actually smart, and the way he goes about it is just, it rubbed people the wrong way. But he knew that they can take care of themselves, and that's why he told them, just go. You can do it yourself. I thought that was really interesting. It was kind of funny, and the whole Mineta and Kaminari moment with them talking about seeing a naked girl, how Deku seeing a naked girl. She was actually naked. I believe so, but in an anime they kind of sort of censor that, I believe. But anyway, so I thought it was some funny moment in this episode 18. I find it hilarious. I enjoyed it, and that's the one thing I really like about My Hero Academia, is that the funny moments are really funny. There are sparse throughout the season, and I like that. It's like it break up the moment. So yes, this episode was alright. I did enjoy it. It was funny. It was great. You get to see how people how to rescue people, how to set up that sort of thing. And the next part will be how to fight the villain at the same time rescue. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time and effort. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Browse my YouTube channel, smash that bell button, please. Help me and help you. And also, I want to say thank you, most of all, for watching my anime review of My Hero Academia Season 18. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.